Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Listening Practice Hub. My name is Emma, and today you and I are going to do something very special together. This episode is called, What's Your English Level? Take this test A1, C2 English Language Test. But do not worry. This is not a scary exam. There is no teacher with a red pen. There is no time limit. Nobody is watching you. It is just you, and my voice, and a calm, gentle way to understand your real English level. In this listening test, we will move through different levels of English, from A1 and A2 to B1 and B2, and then up to C1 and C2. I will ask you questions. I will give you short tasks. I will read sentences and small stories. Your job is simple. Just listen. Notice how you feel. Ask yourself, is this easy, okay, or very hard for me? Today, I want you to be honest with yourself. Not negative. Not too hard. Just honest. If something feels easy, that is good. If something feels difficult, that is also good. Because difficulty shows you where you can grow. Before we start, I want to explain how this audio test works, so you can relax and just follow the journey. We will have 5 parts in total. In this first part, I will talk to you. I will explain the levels. I will help you prepare your mind and your heart. In the next parts, we will move through level groups. First A1, A2, then B1, B2, then C1, C2. In each level group, I will speak at a different speed, use different vocabulary, ask you different kinds of questions. You do not need paper. You do not need a pen. You do not need to write your answers. You only need to listen and answer in your head, or speak softly to yourself if you want. This test is not about perfect grammar. It is not about remembering every rule. It is about something more important. How much can you understand? How comfortable do you feel? How heavy or light does the language feel in your body? Maybe when I speak at an A1 level, you feel very relaxed. You understand almost everything. You think, yes, this is easy. But when I move to B2 or C1, you feel your body change. Maybe your chest becomes tight. Maybe your mind becomes tired. Maybe you feel a little nervous or lost. All of this is okay. All of this is information. This audio test is like a mirror. It shows you where you are today. Not forever. Not for your whole life. Just today. You're not stuck at one level. You're just visiting that level right now. Later, with practice, you can move to another one. I want to ask you something important before we continue. Why are you learning English? Take a few seconds now and think about it. Is it for travel? Is it for work? Is it for exams? Is it for friends? Is it for movies, books, and music? Or is it because you want a bigger life, a bigger world? While you listen to me, I want you to keep your reason in your heart, because this test is not here to judge you. It is here to guide you to the next step in your reason. If you are learning English for travel, maybe B1 is enough. If you want to study at university in another country, maybe you need B2 or C1. If you want to read complex books and research in English, maybe you want to move towards C1 or C2. But remember this. A 1 is not bad. A 2 is not weak. B1 is not average. B2 is not almost good. C1 and C2 are not perfect or better people. They are just different points on a road. A 1 is the beginning of the road. C2 is a very advanced point on the same road. And you're walking somewhere on that road right now. You are not at 0. You are already moving. You are already on the journey. I want you to imagine something. Imagine you are standing in front of a long path in nature. There are trees on both sides. You can hear birds. You can see small stones under your feet. Far in the distance, you see mountains. They look big and beautiful. Maybe they look a little scary. You might think, I am so far away from those mountains. But you forget one important thing. You already took many steps. You are not at the start of the path. You are in the middle, or maybe even further. This listening test is like a sign on the path. It says, you are here. It does not say, you are bad. You are late. You are wrong. It only says, this is your current place. And once you know where you are, you can choose your next step. Maybe your next step is, I want to focus on A2 listening until it feels easy. Maybe your next step is, I am strong at B1. Now I want to push into B2. Maybe your next step is, I can follow C1 ideas, but I need more vocabulary and more practice. I will help you see this more clearly. In this episode, my speed will change. My sentences will change. Sometimes I will speak like this. Slow, simple, with very basic words. This is closer to A1 and A2. Sometimes I will start to connect ideas more. The sentences will become a little longer. The vocabulary will become a little more detailed. That is more like B1 and B2. Later, I will speak faster and use more complex language, more abstract ideas, more advanced verbs and expressions. That is closer to C1 and C2. As you listen, you will feel these changes in your body. At some point, you will notice, here, I feel strong. Here, I feel okay. Here, I feel lost. Those feelings are a message. Do not ignore them. Do not be angry at them. Just listen. Now, I want you to prepare for the next parts of this test. First, find a quiet place if you can. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. You do not need to sit like a student in an exam. You can relax. Take one deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Tell yourself, this is not a fight. This is information. I am safe. I am learning. In the next part, we will start with simple A1, A2 style listening tasks. I will ask you easy questions. I will use very common, everyday words. I will speak slowly and clearly. If this part feels very easy for you, do not skip it. Easy is good. Easy trains your confidence. If this part feels difficult, do not panic. Do not feel shame. You are not behind. You're just seeing your real starting point. From there, you can grow. From A1 to A2. From A2 to B1. Step by step. You do not have to push yourself to C1 or C2 today. You only have to be honest. Here, I am comfortable. Here, I begin to struggle. That honesty is power. So, are you ready to listen to yourself more deeply? To listen not only to my voice, but also to your own reactions, thoughts, and feelings? In the next part, we will begin the A1, A2 level test. I will describe simple situations. I will ask basic questions. You will see how strong your foundation really is. Now we begin the A1, A2 level check.
Breathe in.
Breathe out. Relax your shoulders.
You do not need a pen.
You only need your ears and your attention. I will speak slowly. I will pause sometimes. Answer in your head or whisper softly if you want. After each task, I will give the answers. Be honest with yourself. Easy is good. Hard is also good. It shows you where to grow. Task 1. Greetings and simple choices. Listen to the short dialogue.
E.
Good morning. How are you today? B. I am fine. Thank you.
And you?
A. I am good. Can I help you?
B. Yes.
I want a coffee.
Small, please.
A. Sure. Small coffee. Anything else? B. No, thank you. That is all. Now answer. What does the person want to buy? What size do they want? Do they want anything else?
Pause. Think.
Answers. A coffee.
Small. No.
That is all. If this felt easy, great. If you needed to replay in your mind, that is okay. Task 2. Numbers and prices. I will say 3 prices. Listen and repeat in your head. $1.99, $3.50, $12.25. Questions. Which price is the lowest? Which price is the highest? Say the middle price to yourself. Answers. 1.99 is the lowest. 12.25 is the highest. The middle price is 3.50. If numbers are hard, practice slowly. Say each number as separate parts. Task 3. Times and days. Listen. The class starts at 9:30 in the morning. It ends at 11. There is no class on Sunday. There is a short class on Saturday at 10. Questions. When does the class start on weekdays? When does it end? Is there class on Sunday? What time is the Saturday class? Answers. It starts at 9:30 a.m. It ends at 11 a.m.
No.
There is no class on Sunday. Saturday class is at 10 a.m. Task 4. Daily routine story. Listen to a short routine. My name is Daniel. I wake up at 7. I drink water. I make coffee. Then I read the news for 10 minutes. I take a quick shower. I leave home at 8. I go to work by bus. I have lunch at 1. I come home at 6. In the evening, I cook pasta or rice. I watch a show. I sleep at 11. Questions. How does Daniel go to work? What time does he leave home? What does he cook in the evening? When does he sleep? Answers. By bus. At 8.
Pasta or rice?
At 11. If this was easy, smile. Your A1 listening is strong. Task 5. Simple directions. Listen. Walk straight for 2 blocks. Turn left at the bank. Go past the park. The library is on your right. Questions. Where do you turn left? What do you go past? Where is the library in the end? Answers. At the bank. The park. On your right. Task 6. Likes and dislikes. Listen. Mia likes apples and oranges. She does not like bananas. She loves tea. She does not drink coffee at night. Questions. Which fruit does Mia not like? What drink does she love? What drink does she avoid at night? Answers. Bananas.
Der. Coffee.
Task 7. Simple plans. Listen. Tomorrow, I will meet my friend at the mall. We will watch a movie at 3. After the movie, we will eat pizza. Then I will go home by taxi. Questions. Where will they meet? What time is the movie? What will they eat? How will the speaker go home? Answers. At the mall. At 3.
Pizza.
By taxi. Task 8. Short yes or no. I will ask 5 questions. Answer yes or no in your head. Is water a drink? Is midnight in the morning? Do you use a key to open a door? Is July in winter for every country? Do you need a ticket to fly on a plane? Suggested answers.
Yes. No.
It is at night.
Yes. No. Seasons are different by place. Yes.
If you answered quickly, that is good. A 1 speed is growing. Task 9. Fill the simple gap. I will read a sentence with a small gap. Say the missing word in your head. I live underscore 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 a small apartment. I go underscore 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 work at 9. Please sit underscore underscore for me. There is a cafe underscore 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 the corner. I am underscore 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 home tonight. Answers.
In. To. With. On. At.
These small words are common. Practice makes them automatic. Task 10. Short description and check. Listen to this description. The weather is warm today. There are white clouds in the sky. I am in a park. Children are playing with a red ball. A brown dog is running on the grass. 2 people are sitting on a bench and drinking water. Questions. What color is the ball? Where is the dog running? What are the 2 people doing? Answers.
Red.
On the grass. They're sitting and drinking water. Task 11. Polite requests. Listen and choose the best polite request in your head. A. Open the window. B. Could you please open the window? A. Give me the menu. B. Could I see the menu, please? A. Speak slow. B. Could you speak more slowly, please? Best options. Second sentence each time. They are more polite and natural. Task 12. Mini listening with choices. I will read 1 sentence. Choose A or B in your head. Sentence 1. I usually wake up at 6:30. A. 6:30. B. 5:30. Sentence 2. The pharmacy is next to the supermarket. A. Far from the supermarket. B. Near the supermarket. Sentence 3. I cannot meet you today, but I am free tomorrow. A. Free today. B. Free tomorrow. Self-check and reflection. Now, take 10 seconds. Ask yourself 3 questions. Was this part easy? Was it okay?
Was it hard?
If most tasks were easy, your A1, A2 listening is strong. If some tasks were hard, that is your next focus. Choose one weak area. Numbers,
Times.
directions, polite requests. Practice that area for 1 week. Here is a simple weekly routine.
Day 1.
Numbers and prices for 10 minutes. Day 2. Times and days for 10 minutes. Day 3. Daily routine stories for 10 minutes. Day 4. Directions and places for 10 minutes. Day 5. Polite requests for 10 minutes. Day 6. Mix all for 15 minutes. Day 7. Rest or repeat your weakest part. You're doing well. Be patient with yourself. Your ears are learning. Your confidence is growing. In the next part, we will move to B1, B2. I will speak a little faster. Sentences will be longer. Ideas will connect more. You will practice understanding the main point and important details at a medium speed. Welcome back. It is Emma again. Now we move into the B1, B2 level check. Here, English becomes a little more complex. Sentences are longer. Ideas connect more. You will hear reasons, opinions, and small stories. I will not speak very fast, but I will not speak as slowly as an A1, A2. This level is for learners who can already understand basic conversations and now want to follow real stories, explanations, and everyday discussions. As before, answer in your head, or speak quietly if you want. After each task, I will give you the answer or a model. Be honest with yourself. Notice your feelings. Comfort, effort, confusion. All of these are information about your level. Task 1. Short story, main idea. Listen to this short story. Sophia works in a small marketing company in her city. She likes her job, but she feels very tired lately. Every day, she answers many emails, joins long online meetings, and tries to finish her tasks before the deadline. Her manager is kind, but he often changes his mind and asks for new versions of the same project. One Monday morning, Sophia wakes up and feels that she has no energy at all. Her head hurts, and she does not want to open her laptop. Instead of going directly to work, she makes a cup of tea and sits by the window for a few minutes. She realizes that she has not taken a real break in months. After thinking for a while, she sends a short message to her manager. She explains that she needs 1 day off to rest and clear her mind. To her surprise, he answers quickly and says, "Of course. Take care of yourself first. Work can wait." Question: what is the main idea of this story? Choose one in your head. A. Sophia hates her job and wants to quit. B. Sophia is very tired and finally decides to take a day to rest. C. Sophia gets angry with her manager and argues with him. Pause and answer. Correct answer: B. Sophia is very tired and finally decides to take a day to rest. If you followed the story easily and chose B, your B1 understanding of a simple narrative is strong. Task 2. Details and memory. Listen again to one part of the story. Every day, she answers many emails, joins long online meetings, and tries to finish her tasks before the deadline. Questions: what 3 things does she do every day? Why does she try to finish her tasks quickly? Answers: she answers many emails, joins long online meetings, and tries to finish her tasks. Because there is a deadline. She needs to finish before it. Task 3. Reason and result. Listen. Lucas started learning English 2 years ago because he wanted to travel alone. At first, he was very shy and did not speak at all in class. However, he decided to change his routine. He began to listen to English podcasts every morning, and he practiced speaking with himself in the mirror. After 6 months, he noticed that he could understand more, and he felt less afraid when talking to strangers. Questions. Why did Luca start learning English? What 2 things did he change in his routine? What was the result after 6 months? Answers. Because he wanted to travel alone. He listened to English podcasts every morning, and he practiced speaking with himself in the mirror. He could understand more and felt less afraid when talking to strangers. Task 4. Opinions. Do you agree or disagree? Listen to this opinion. I think watching TV series in English without subtitles is not always the best idea for learners. For many people, it is simply too fast. They miss most of the words and feel frustrated. In my opinion, it is better to start with English subtitles and only turn them off when your ears are ready. Questions. What is the speaker's main opinion? Do you agree or disagree? Answer in one short sentence in your head. Model answer. The speaker thinks watching without subtitles is not always good for learners. It is better to start with English subtitles first. Your own answer. For example, I agree. Without subtitles, I feel lost.
Or,
I disagree. For me, it works well. If you understood the idea and could form a simple opinion, that is B1, B2 style thinking. Task 5. Choosing the best summary. Listen. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket after work. I only wanted to buy bread and milk, but there was a big discount on fruit. I bought apples, bananas, and some grapes. When I came home, I realized I had forgotten the bread. Which is the best summary? A. The speaker bought many things and was happy with all of them. B. The speaker forgot to go to the supermarket. C. The speaker went to buy a few things, bought extra fruit, but forgot the bread. Correct answer.
C.
If you quickly chose C, your listening can follow everyday actions and small changes in the story. Task 6. Longer explanation. Main point and detail. Listen carefully. This is a bit longer. Learning English is not only about studying grammar or memorizing vocabulary lists. Of course, grammar and words are important, but they are tools, not the final goal. The real goal is communication. You want to understand people and be understood. That is why listening practice is so powerful. When you listen regularly, your brain starts to recognize patterns. You stop translating every word, and you begin to feel the language more naturally. Even if you do not understand everything, you understand enough to follow the conversation. However, many students avoid listening because it feels uncomfortable. They say, I will listen when my English is better. But in reality, your English becomes better when you listen, even if you feel confused at the beginning. Questions. What is the real goal of learning English, according to the speaker? Why is listening practice powerful? Why do many students avoid listening? Answers. The real goal is communication, to understand people and be understood. Because your brain starts to recognize patterns. You stop translating every word, and you can follow conversations even if you do not understand everything. Because it feels uncomfortable and they think they should wait until their English is better. Task 7. B1, B2 style, true or false? Listen. Maria loves reading in English, but she does not feel confident when she speaks. She understands many words in books, but in real conversations, she cannot find the right words fast enough. So, she decides to join a small speaking club that meets every Wednesday evening. Statements. Decide true or false. Maria feels very confident when she speaks English. She joins a club to practice speaking. The speaking club meets every week. Answers. False. She does not feel confident.
True. True.
It meets every Wednesday evening. Task 8. Short if situations. Listen and choose the best ending in your head. If I have time this weekend, A. I will visit my friend in another city. B. I visited my friend last year. If you listen to English every day, A. Your listening will slowly improve. B. You forgot your homework. If it rains tomorrow, A. I am cooking pasta. B. We will stay at home and watch a movie. Best endings.
A. B.
Here you are not only hearing words, you are feeling logical connections. This is B1, B2 territory. Task 9. Self-description practice. Now, I will guide you to speak a little. This is still a listening test, but answering will help you feel your active level. I will ask you 3 questions. Answer in 1 or 2 sentences in your head, or whisper softly if you are alone. Question 1. What do you usually do after work or school? Question 2. What is one thing you like about your English? And one thing you want to improve? Question 3. If you had 30 minutes every day for English, how would you use that time? Take a few seconds for each. If answers come easily, you are moving in the B1 direction. If you can answer with some detail and reasons, you are touching B2. Task 10. B1, B2 reflection. Now close your eyes for a moment. Ask yourself, when Emma spoke in this part, did I understand most of the ideas? Did I only miss a few words, but still follow the meaning? Or did I feel lost in many places? If this part felt mostly easy and comfortable, your listening is probably around B1, B2, or stronger. Half easy, half difficult. You might be between A2 and B1, ready to grow if you listen more. Mostly difficult and heavy. That is okay. It just means your current work is at A2 level, and this B1, B2 section is your next mountain to climb, slowly, step by step. You are not failing. You are just receiving information. In the next part, we will move to C1, C2 style listening. I will speak more naturally. Ideas will be more abstract. There will be more complex connections between sentences. You do not need to understand everything there. In fact, it is normal if you do not. That part is not to make you comfortable. It is to show you what advanced English sounds like, and to help you feel honestly how far you are from that level today. When you are ready to test your ears at the higher levels, welcome back. It is Emma. Now we're going to test the higher levels, C1 and C2 style listening. At these levels, English often includes more abstract ideas, longer, more complex sentences, nuanced opinions, not just clear good or bad, connections between different topics. I will speak more naturally now, still clear, but closer to how educated native speakers talk in real life. Your goal here is not to understand every word. Your goal is to see, can I follow the main idea? Can I catch important details? Can I understand the speaker's attitude and opinion? If you feel lost, that is okay. This is a test, not a comfort zone. Listen as calmly as you can. Do not fight the speed. Just try to catch the big picture. Task 1, a more complex reflection. Listen to this longer reflection. Many learners think that reaching a high level of English means never making mistakes and understanding everything they hear. But in reality, even very advanced speakers live with uncertainty. They read articles that are too technical, they hear jokes that depend on cultural context, and they sometimes miss details in fast conversations. What separates advanced learners from beginners is not a perfect brain or a magical ear. It is their relationship with confusion. A beginner often feels ashamed when they do not understand. They think, "This means I am stupid. I will never be good at English." An advanced learner thinks differently. They notice the same confusion and say, "Interesting. My brain has found a new challenge." Instead of shutting down, they become curious. They ask questions, they search for patterns, and they are willing to stay inside the not knowing space a little longer. This emotional difference between shame and curiosity creates a huge gap over time. Now, questions. According to the speaker, what is the key difference between beginners and advanced learners? How does an advanced learner usually react to confusion? Suggested answers. The key difference is their relationship with confusion, not a perfect brain. Beginners feel ashamed. Advanced learners are more curious. An advanced learner becomes curious, asks questions, looks for patterns, and is willing to stay in the not knowing space longer. If you understood this clearly, your listening is closer to upper B2, C1, or above. Task 2, abstract concept and main message. Listen carefully. In modern life, our attention is constantly under attack. Every notification, every new video, every message pulls at our focus and breaks it into smaller pieces. For language learners, this environment can be especially dangerous. Deep listening requires time and quiet concentration. You cannot build a strong listening skill if your mind jumps from one short clip to another every 30 seconds. This does not mean technology is the enemy. In fact, we now have access to more high-quality English content than ever before. Podcasts, audiobooks, interviews, lectures. The real challenge is not finding material. The challenge is choosing one thing, staying with it, and resisting the urge to escape the moment it feels hard or boring. Questions. What problem does the speaker describe in modern life? Why is this a special problem for language learners? What does the speaker say is the real challenge? Suggested answers. Our attention is constantly under attack by notifications, videos, and messages that break our focus. Because deep listening needs time and quiet focus, which is difficult when the mind keeps jumping between short content. The real challenge is not finding material, but choosing one thing, staying with it, and not escaping when it becomes hard or boring. If you followed this without pausing, you are probably at least B2. If you followed most of it but lost some details, that is a sign you are moving towards C1 but still training. Task 3. Nuanced opinion and inference. Listen. Some people believe that you should only listen to perfect English if you want to improve. They avoid accents, they avoid informal speech, and they're afraid of anything that sounds different from the standard. At first, this strategy looks logical. If you feed your brain clean input, you expect clean output. However, the real world does not work like a language school. Your future colleague might have a strong accent. Your best friend might speak quickly and use lots of slang. The person who interviews you for a job might be tired, nervous, or simply not very clear. So if you only train your ears with ideal, slow, standard audio, you may feel confident in the classroom and completely lost in real life. It is like learning to swim in a small, quiet pool and then jumping into the ocean for the first time. Questions. What do some people believe about listening practice? Why does the speaker think this can be a problem? What is the meaning of the pool versus ocean comparison? Suggested answers. They believe you should only listen to perfect, standard English and avoid accents or informal speech. Because real life is full of different accents, speeds, and unclear speech. So only training with perfect audio leaves you unprepared for real situations. The pool is like a safe, controlled environment, perfect audio. The ocean is like the real world, more chaotic and unpredictable. If you only train in the pool, the ocean will shock you. If you caught this metaphor and the warning behind it, your listening is already operating at a more advanced level. Task 4. Fast-paced paragraph. C1, C2 flavor. Now I will speak a little faster, closer to natural C1, C2 speed. Do not worry if you cannot follow everything. Try to catch only the central message. Listen. When people talk about fluency, they often imagine a magical day when English suddenly becomes easy, as if a switch is flipped in the brain. But in practice, fluency is less like a light switch and more like a dimmer. The light becomes brighter slowly, almost invisibly, as you repeat thousands of small actions. Listening when you are tired, speaking even when you are afraid of mistakes. Returning to a podcast you did not fully understand the first time. There is no moment when the universe announces, "Congratulations, you are fluent now." What happens instead is that one day, you notice you are no longer translating in your head. Or you realize you just watched an entire video and forgot to turn on subtitles. Fluency arrives quietly, like a friend who has been sitting beside you for a long time. But you were too busy judging yourself to see them. Now, questions, these are harder. How does the speaker compare fluency to a light? According to the speaker, how does fluency actually arrive in your life? Suggested answers. Fluency is not like a simple on-off light switch, but like a dimmer where the light slowly becomes brighter over time. It arrives quietly after many small repeated actions, and you suddenly notice you're not translating, or you understand content without subtitles. There is no big announcement, you just realize it one day. If you needed to mentally work to understand, that is normal at C1, C2 style. If you could still catch the main meaning, you are doing very well. Task 5. Attitude and emotion. Listen to this final advanced paragraph and pay attention not only to the words, but also to the attitude behind them. Many learners use tests to punish themselves. They listen, count every mistake, and then use the result as evidence that they are not good enough. But a healthy test is like a mirror, not a weapon. A mirror shows you the truth of this moment. Your strengths, your weak spots, your posture, your expression. It does not hate you. It does not love you. It simply reflects what is there. If you can look into this mirror without attacking yourself, you can use what you see. You can say, my listening is strong at B1. I start to break at B2. C1 feels too heavy right now. This is not a tragedy. It is a map. And when you have a map, you no longer need to walk in the dark. Questions. How do some learners use tests in an unhealthy way? What is the healthier way to see a test, according to the speaker? What is the main metaphor used at the end? Suggested answers. They use tests to punish themselves, count mistakes, and prove they are not good enough. See a test as a mirror that honestly shows strengths and weaknesses, without hate or love, just information. The metaphor of a map. Knowing your level is like having a map, so you do not walk in the dark. C1, C2 self-check. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Ask yourself, could I follow the main idea of these paragraphs? Did I understand the questions and answers without constant confusion? Did I sometimes feel lost, but still catch the overall message? If you understood almost everything, your listening is around strong B2, C1, or higher. You understood maybe 50 to 70%. You're probably between B1 and B2. And this is a good stretch zone for you. You understood very little. That is okay. It simply means C1, C2 is future you, not present you. Your real work is to make B1 and B2 comfortable first. You did something brave by listening to this part. Many people avoid it completely. In the final part, part 5, we will bring everything together. I will help you interpret your results. Understand your likely level area, A1, A2, B1, B2, or C1, C2, and give you a simple plan for your next steps. Hello again. You have reached the final part of this audio test. You listened to A1, A2 tasks. You followed B1, B2 stories and ideas. You touched C1, C2 style reflections. Now, we are not going to grade you like a school test. We are going to understand you. We are going to turn everything you felt into a clear picture. Take a slow breath in and out. You did something brave today. You listened to English at different levels. You stayed with it, even when it was hard. Now I will help you answer one big question. What is my approximate English level right now? Not perfect science, not an official certificate, but a realistic, useful idea of where you are on the road. Step 1. Look back at each part. First, think about part 2, A1, A2. Ask yourself, did I understand almost everything there? Were the tasks about daily life, numbers, time, simple stories, and directions easy for me? If your answer is, yes, that was very easy, your listening is above A1, A2. This is your safe zone. I understood most, but I needed some effort. You are probably at A2, moving toward B1. I missed many things and felt tired. That is okay. It means your true work is here. Your current level is around A1, and A2 is your next step. Now think about part 3, B1, B2. Did you follow the small stories and explanations? Did you understand the main points and the reasons? If A1, A2 was very easy and B1, B2 was also mostly comfortable, your listening is around B1, B2 already. A1, A2 was easy, but B1, B2 felt half easy, half hard. You are probably in the A2, B1 space. B1, B2 felt too heavy and you lost the main ideas often. That is fine. It just means B1 is your future step, and you should make A2 very strong first. Now think about part 4, C1, C2. How did you feel there? If you understood the main ideas and could answer most questions, your listening is somewhere around strong B2, C1, or higher. You caught the big picture, but lost many details. You are probably B1, B2, and C1 is your stretch zone. You felt almost lost, like swimming in deep water. That is normal. C1, C2 is future you. For now, your work is to make B1 or B2 stronger. Step 2. Find your home level and your stretch level. Now put this into a simple structure. You have a home level where you feel comfortable, a stretch level where you feel challenged but not totally lost, a future level where you feel lost now but maybe not in a year. For example, if A1, A2 felt easy, B1, B2 felt okay, but not easy, and C1, C2 felt heavy. Home level, A2, B1. Stretch level, B1, B2. Future level, C1. If A1, A2 was very easy, B1, B2 was mostly easy, and C1, C2 was hard but possible. Home level, B1, B2. Stretch level, B2, C1. Future level, C2. If A1, A2 was sometimes hard, B1, B2 was very hard, and C1, C2 was impossible. Home level,
A1,
stretch level, A2, future level, B1. It does not matter exactly which tiny number you have, B1 or B1 plus, a 2 or strong A2. Those are details. What matters is that you know. This level is comfortable for me. This level is my next mountain. That is already powerful. Step 3. A simple plan for each band. Now I will give you a small, clear plan depending on where you think you are. You can choose the one that feels closest to you. If your home level is A1, A2, your goal, make A2 very strong and move gently toward B1. Your daily listening plan, 20 to 30 minutes. 10 minutes, very simple listening. Daily routines, numbers, time, short dialogues. You can replay the A1, A2 section of this test. 10 minutes, slow, easy stories with subtitles in English. Read and listen at the same time. 5 to 10 minutes, retell in your own simple English.
Say.
He wakes up at 7. He goes to work by bus. He eats lunch at 1. Do this every day for 3 to 4 weeks. Your ear will become faster. Your mouth will become more confident. If your home level is A2, B1, your goal, make B1 your new normal and touch B2 sometimes. Your daily listening plan, 25 to 35 minutes. 10 minutes. A2 content that feels easy. This builds confidence and speed. 10 to 15 minutes. B1 stories or explanations. For example, the B1, B2 part of this test. Or slow podcasts about daily life, work, travel, habits. 5 to 10 minutes. Short summary. Tell yourself, today I listened to a story about a woman who is tired at work. She took one day off to rest. Sometimes once or twice a week. Listen to something a little harder, B2, but do not force yourself to understand everything. Just try to catch the main idea. If your home level is B1, B2, your goal, move towards C1 style listening. Not perfect, just more comfortable. Your daily listening plan, 30 to 40 minutes. 10 minutes, B1 content that feels easy. This keeps your confidence high. 15 to 20 minutes, B2 or low C1 content. For example, TED-style talks, interviews, or the C1, C2 part of this test. Listen once for the main idea. Listen again for details and expressions. 5 to 10 minutes. Write or speak a short reflection. For example, the speaker talked about attention and technology. He said our focus is under attack. The real problem is staying with one thing. If you do this consistently, C1 will not feel like a wall anymore. It will feel like a high hill that you are slowly climbing. Step 4. Use this test again as practice. This audio is not only a test, it is also a tool. You can come back to it in the future and replay A1, A2, and check. Is this even easier now? Replay B1, B2, and check. Do I understand more details than before? Replay C1, C2, and check. Can I catch the metaphors and main messages more clearly now? In 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year, this same test will feel different, because you will be different. That is the quiet magic of listening. It changes you slowly from the inside. Step 5. Be kind to yourself. Before we finish, I want to talk about something deeper than levels. You are not A2. You are not B1. You are a complete person who happens to be somewhere on the English road. Levels are useful as maps. They are dangerous as identities. So instead of saying, I am only B1,
try to say,
right now my listening is around B1, and I am working toward B2. Do you feel the difference? One sentence closes the door. The other keeps it open. You deserve an open door. You listened to A1, A2 tasks. You walked through B1, B2 ideas. You touched C1, C2 reflections, even if they felt heavy. This is not what lazy people do. This is what serious learners do. So tonight,
or today,
whenever you are hearing this, I want you to give yourself one small compliment in your own language or in English. I am proud that I tried. I am proud that I stayed. I am proud that I listened, even when it was difficult. Because that attitude, more than any grammar rule, is what will carry you to the next level. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. Thank you for trusting your ears, even when they felt unsure. You can save this test, listen again, and use it as a mirror to see your progress over time. I am here with you on this road, step by step, story by story, episode by episode. If you enjoyed this story, stay with us for the next one. Every time you listen, learning becomes easier.